Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Greetings. Alishanmao here. Welcome to the backyard of my sister's villa here in UAE, and I'm going to enjoy flying the RC Era MD500, and at the same time I'm going to give you some update about the optical flow sensor. Now, if you look around, there's a slight wind only, but again, before you take off, always put both the sticks down and left. Lights blink, and the main rotor will make a little bit of movement, and your radio will make a beep. After that, you can take off. So here we go. And if you find that your helicopter is not holding position right, even after trimming, if it is not hands-free, just like this, you can land and do the same calibration again. Now looky, how wonderfully, mashallah, it's flying here. I love it, man. The helicopter actually came all the way from China to me, following us. Now that I have done many flights on this, I would like to share some of my findings with you as well. But first, let's talk about the optical flow sensor. Now, I had an optical flow sensor, and what happened, that installation was super easy, of course. You have to, take apart the shell. That's the most painful part, actually, to take apart the shell. But once you install the optical flow sensor, even after calibrating the gyro, the helicopter was all over the place. It was doing some kind of movements like this, yeah, and not just that, but making big circles as well. So it was all over the place. So once the trims are set, without optical flow, you should be able to do a little bit of hands-free flight, just like this. Now the winds do affect, the helicopter will go around, but without winds, it should actually give you a bit of hands-free flight. So without the optical flow, I can get it to fly just like this, nice and stable, hands-free. So without the optical flow, as you can see, I can still have a bit of hands-free flight even with these winds. However, once I added the optical flow sensor to it, even after calibration, it seemed like it had the mind of its own, and it was going all over the places all by itself. I had to always control it to prevent it from crashing into things. So without optical flow sensor, it flies absolutely beautiful, okay? And with optical flow sensor, it just goes crazy. It just goes crazy. So I would suggest, do not actually invest in optical flow sensor. It won't hold position. It will just give you more headache only. Now, let's talk about my other findings. At many times, I will feel, let me land and show you, and see, not just feel. At many times, I will see when I'm flying and turning this part of the tail, all right? This part of the tail, it just vibrates so badly, making the motor make some very nasty sounds, and you won't be able to, enjoy a smooth flight. That happens because of the main rotors. If they are too loose, you will often have that vibration coming on the tail right here, as you can see, just like this. So what I did was I tightened the blades, but not too tight, and before each flight I make sure they are straight as much as they can, and that they are not tight not too tight that the centrifugal forces won't be able to straighten them out. They should be tight so that they will not move around, but they shouldn't be over tightened or too tight that the centrifugal forces won't be able to straighten them out when they spin. In that sense, once you have achieved that right tightness on the blades, okay, then if you take off and fly, you won't have that vibration problem on the tail, and your helicopter will fly nice and smooth. And for me to fly these micro and mini helicopters, the backyard has more than enough space to enjoy flights of these helicopters. Now to conclude this video, RC Era MD500 C189 has been an absolutely beautiful machine, beautiful and really joy to fly RC helicopter anywhere, anytime. I have flown it at night, I have flown it during daytime, I have flown it in winds. It is always simply a pleasure to fly this helicopter and just so much fun to fly it. However, winds, there's just slight winds that it handles, just like right now we have. Anything more than that and it will drift a lot. It will drift a lot. And here, as we live close to the sea, often winds are so high. So outdoors, I have to see when there are mild winds, I can fly it, and it actually flies very well. But if the winds are more, then you're gonna have trouble. Man, what a beautiful machine. Plenty of flight time. You are simply going to love this helicopter. All right, let's land this baby. I can look into myself. Oops, I shouldn't do this shot because you can see I'm just wearing but down I am still in my pajamas. All right, people, if you have any questions regarding RC Era C189 MD500, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. Make sure you subscribe, stay subscribed to my channel, hit that little bell icon and turn on all the notifications. And yes, don't forget, the links are in video description. You can always get this beauty and enjoy flying. So far, I believe the hands down the best helicopter from RC Era. Simply love to fly it. Come on, you know what to do. Hit that like button, it's right there. I know you can do it. Oh, while you're at it, also hit the subscribe button right there. Come on, don't be shy, just hit it. Thank you very much for all your support towards my work, that I post regular and fresh content on my channel just for you. Hit that like button right there.